Hello, hello. We are back with Death Unto Madness. This is episode 14. Thanks for joining me, guys. We're going to go ahead and kind of wrap up our scenario here, the stuff that's going on in the immediate, because we're going to be taking a hiatus. After tonight, we're gonna I'm gonna get married. That's the main thing that's happening.
After tonight?
Well, that's the main event that's central to the hiatus that we're taking. Right. So, anyway, we don't need to go into a huge explanation of that. Let's get into the game. Let's do beliefs and instincts and traits and stuff. Alpheus, what you got?
I didn't have it open, bro. I'm never ready.
It's all right. I forgive you.
My beliefs, oh jeez, are Ophelia cannot become queen.
I will do anything
I will
to
do
prevent
anything, all caps, to prevent it. And I believe Sinia needs a new leader, and I will do whatever I need to do to make sure Celadon is that leader.
Mm-hmm.
King, right? New king.
Yep. Instincts?
My instincts are I always try to talk my way out of trouble. I always treat others of the lower classes with respect, and I always ensure that those I trust are lifted up, like to a higher station.
Mm-hmm. Traits?
Strong-willed, cramped hands, pragmatic, intellectual, competitive, impulsive, broken in, driven.
Nice. Cyrillus, what you got, bud?
Beliefs. I don't know what to think about Ophelia. I'll discover her true intentions. I have been given strange new abilities, and I will discover their true potential. I will increase my skill with enchanting. I guess I only have 2. That's fine, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then, instincts. If I go to an establishment, then I will order a drink. If someone I'm with refuses a drink, then I will chide them about it. And then I will always be suspicious of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
In my traits, I have the veneer of obedience. I'm a drunk, I'm religious, competitive, and I'm speaker of the secret language. Then die traits, I'm unlucky, diseased, and lame. And then call on traits, an iron stomach, sea legs, and forked tongue.
Nice.
Unlucky, disease, and lame, bro. That's
Leper
horrible.
Cyrillus. Yep. Ophelia, the future witch queen of Sinia.
Never.
I believe Avra must be protected. I will convince her to join me. Zoe has a special power. I will seek her out and convince her to teach me. I am done playing games. I will become the queen of Sinia. And I believe my followers have extreme potential in the spiritual realm. I will train them in the ways of my gods. And then instincts, I always choose an animal over a human. If I come across someone I would like to manipulate, I stoop to their level. And I always collect raven feathers and black orchids.
All right, let's buckle up for the traits.
Huge list of traits. All of them great. Speaker of the secret language, cruel, lunatic, loner, religious, intellectual, competitive, and matriarchal. Die traits, faith in dead gods, mark of privilege, zealot, lame, enlarged venom sacs, corrupted, blind, that's the new one, and then forked tongue and dreadful.
Yeah, I forgot you got struck blind.
I have like the blood in my eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
You did.
Oh yeah, you had like blood, like a permanent blood stain, like your eyes were bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Super great.
And last but not least, Avra.
I think we were gonna at some point talk about my goals, but I don't think we ever did that.
It's all right. You'll the overriding goal today will be stop Ophelia, I assume.
Yeah. So I believe Celadon will be a good king. I will find a way to support his cause. I believe my father was ill by someone else's doing. I will get answers with Celadon's aid. And I don't know if I spelled that right, but I believe Sinia will suffer under Ophelia's rule. I will use what power I have to prevent it.
I instead of an E, but yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Did we ever find out why he was going crazy?
No. Mm-mm. That's why Avra still wants to look into that and like find out what the secret was.
My instincts. Yeah. If I have a coughing fit, then I leave the room. I always have my falconry gloves on hand, and if someone speaks ill of Celadon, I will speak well of him in contrast. And my traits are your grace, formalist, religious, competitive, careful, birdie talk, mark of privilege, and driven.
Nice. Good stuff. All right. So let's talk briefly about this. So the main thing that's going to be happening today is if we have to figure out if Ophelia does indeed storm the government and put herself as the new witch queen of Sinia. I assume almost all of you are going to be opposing that.
Except Cyrillus.
So that's the question. That's I think first question we need to answer is what is Cyrillus going to be doing while this is
I
happening?
should be out in the woods.
Exactly right. You're just with the cult right now.
Yeah, I don't know exactly because I was trying to. What was her name?
Oh right, you found out from your demon that you had to drink the blood of what's her face? Althea. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to drink her blood, but she said nope. And so I don't really know what to do now.
I mean, you could escalate. You are kind of in charge of the cult right now. You could like tell all your cult followers, listen, this is what's happening. Grab Althea for me. I'm drinking her blood.
Oh my god.
Just depends on how evil Cyrillus is, I guess.
I don't think he's like. I feel like he's very neutral right now.
Yeah. And on the D&D alignment chart, he's pretty much true neutral.
I don't think he would do that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, so what is he going to do instead, right? Like that, we don't necessarily have to start with you as a scene, but like, I'm just curious, are you going to find out that Ophelia has left and go after her? Like, what do you think? What do you want, Seth, as a player?
Oh, did I not know she left?
I mean, I think you knew she left, but maybe like find out that she left, right? Like, and went to Sinia.
Okay.
What do you want Cyrillus to be doing? I guess my main question is like, do you want a chance to either help or hinder what Ophelia is doing?
Oh. I feel like I feel like I'm too far away at the moment to do anything with that.
I mean, we can say that your demon like told you like, hey, this is what she's doing. Like right after that conversation you had with Althea, you're not going to be that much behind her.
What happens if he doesn't drink blood?
It was basically he needed to do that to get enchanting. Yeah, to like power his enchanting. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I don't know anything else that I would do, so I guess so.
Yeah, I just hate for Cyrillus to not be involved in what's going on here, right?
Right.
That would be kind of a bummer, a letdown. At least give you a chance to do something. Otherwise, it'd just be like, I don't know, I just sit here, I guess.
I'm chilling.
Meditate about the universe or something. Cool, so let's start with this then. Let's start with Alpheus. So Alpheus, Titan just like peaced out, right? He's like, all right, you're on your own. I got what I wanted. Ophelia's gonna burn this city down. I'm out. So Alpheus, you know what's happening. What are you gonna try to do to stop it? I mean, you could go back to Avra and Celadon.
Yeah, I don't really have any other real.
I mean, Malekith would be another person you could talk to.
I could talk to him, but I feel like he's like. I feel like if I went to talk to him, he'd kind of just be like, Titan, like, oh, dude, you're on your own. Like, you guys got to figure it out at this point. Yeah, let's go back to Avra and Celadon and say, do they know what's going on?
Pretty much everyone knows what's going on at this point. The city is starting to burn.
They know it's Ophelia? Do I know that?
I don't think they know it's Ophelia yet.
Do I know she's Ophelia?
Yes.
And do I know she's the king's daughter?
I think so because of the scene that you witnessed in the bar. Right? I
just don't remember exactly what was said.
Well, because Ophelia was trying to get the captain of the guard on her side, of the royal guard, and she probably...
Oh, yeah.
I think she said, like, I am the true daughter of the king, sort of thing, right?
So yeah, for sure, I'm going to Avra and saying, your sister's trying to destroy everything we've been working for.
Okay, that's the first line we get of the episode. What do you say, Avra? I mean, Caledon's there too, and he's just like, whoa.
I barge in like wherever you guys are.
Did I know what was going on previously?
I think you have gotten word before this. You've gotten word that like something big is happening, and like there's the city's burning and rioting is happening, but the reports are unclear at this point. And so I feel Alfea's like percent probably out of breath, and it's just like, this is what's happening. It's your sister.
Yeah. I think she just looks at Caledon and doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, Caledon probably says to you, he's probably like, were you still in contact with her?
She shakes her head like, no, I don't know why this is happening.
Maybe, and he frowns, maybe it was a mistake to ignore her. He just kind of like bites his lip, and then he says, all right, Alpheus, you said she's coming this way with the city at her beck and call?
Wait, ignore her when? I mean, I'm actually asking, what does he mean, ignore her?
Yeah, I mean, you can just ask that in character, and he'd respond.
What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean ignore? You ignored her?
Ophelia tried to contact Avra. They're sisters, of course, after all. And I didn't think it was wise. I thought she was dangerous. But maybe by shutting her out, we just provoked her. I don't know.
Well, she definitely is dangerous, Caledon. We need to figure out what's going on. It's like she's got the people under some kind of spell or something. I don't know how to explain it. Because so out of character, I don't know anything about magic or anything, right? Like, is that
Not really, yeah.
So I'm just like, the people are just, she talks and they listen. She says, so, do this, and they do it. I'm telling them, I don't know what or why. I don't know what her plan is, but the people are following her. And who did she kill? What was his name?
Bastion, the captain of the Royal Guard.
Yeah, Bastion's dead, and I'm pretty sure she is coming this way.
Yeah, and he says, well, she's coming for the throne. She must have heard that the king had... All right. I think our only hope is we have to gather the people in the district here and put up a fight. How many guards are there? And he just starts like kind of muttering to himself, like logistic stuff, right? But that's his thought, is like, I guess we need to like muster the guard and like try to get all the government officials and nobles and stuff in this part of the city, like to protect this part.
So I want to say, where's the priest at? Isn't there still a head priest?
Yeah, good question.
I think we should pray.
So he frowns. He said, I didn't take you for a religious man, Alpheus. He says, I
was to say, I'm like trying to figure out how to respond.
And he, I think he just continues and he says, well, the priests of Pyrrhus are, well, they're already outside of this district. They're down by the docks, of course, and I don't know what Ophelia's done to them, or if they've joined her. I have no idea.
Because we actually believe in these gods, right?
I mean, yes,
gods exist. The dead gods are helping her, so we need to pray to the live ones.
Okay. I don't think Alpheus knows.
I don't know anything about dead gods.
But you know enough to be like, let's pray to. I think he looks at you and he says, "Listen, I don't know. We don't have any priests of Pyrrhus. They're all down by the docks, and that's where Ophelia. That's where it all started. It was from the docks. So they might be dead, or they've joined her. I feel like that's the only option. The only thing I can think of is we still have the priests of Aratos here because they moved here because they were made the patron priests of the city. But Aratos isn't our god.
Hey, man. Okay.
And we've made an enemy.
I'm not a really religious guy, Caledon, but honestly, the way I saw her interacting with people is scary, and I don't know what else to do. I honestly have no idea what else to do besides. I don't think we can stop her. I think if she gets here, and there's a bunch of people trying to fight her, they're not even going to fight. Because I saw the guards not help and obey Bastion right in front of me, dude.
Yeah. He seems shaken by that. And I think he says, the only problem is, Alpheus, we've made an enemy of Croesus, the high priest of Aratos. He's not going to help us.
What do you suggest? I don't know if we have any other options besides fleeing the city.
Yeah, and he frowns and he says...
And I'm not fleeing with you. If we're fleeing, I'm going back to...
Caruzia,
and I'll die there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think he frowns and he says, we're not abandoning Sinia. All right, Alpheus, I think you need to be the one to go to Croesus. You are going to have the best chance with him. He doesn't trust me, and he doesn't.
Because I don't really know him, right?
You haven't really interacted with him too much, yeah.
All right.
And then he looks at you, Avra, and he says, do you have any other ideas of what we need to do here?
I want to see if I can use my bird to get a message to Ophelia.
I knew that was your idea when you...
That's cool.
I had a different idea, but then I got this idea. So.
Did the first idea have to do with the bird too, though?
Yes, it had to do with many birds. I wanted to summon all of the noble women I knew and their birds. Just peck her to death.
Heck yeah. I'm cool with that.
How dare you?
I mean,
that was an oversimplification, but
but that's not like a bad plan, really.
I'm gonna kill.
I'll do both.
Okay.
Get all of the noble women still in this region that I know of, like, just get out word to be like, hey, use your birds to defend Sinia.
Right. Okay. So I mean, it sounds like you're writing letters here, right?
Yeah, probably.
So that's a good idea because we don't have any.
I'm not good at that, am I?
We don't have any evidence that she can control animals, right? She has huge persuasion with people.
As far as you know, I don't think she has been controlling animals, but I mean, we know Ophelia, and she does have sway with animals. At least
but we don't.
Demonic.
We don't
variety.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Carly, like, it's probably gonna be. I'll let you do an oratory test here.
Okay. Excuse me.
Well. You're going to have to make a right test to, like, get them to listen to you in the first place.
Yeah.
Probably. To, like...
Can I have Celadon help me write these?
Yes. Let me look at
the actual scholar.
He has... Right and composition.
I could help too, no? Or am I already leaving?
I feel like you're going to have to leave to go talk to Croesus,
okay.
And they're going to be doing this while you're doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Avra, you're going to have the most sway over the noble women.
Right.
So I feel like this is you making the roll, and then he can help you.
Right.
So he'll give you a dice for composition. But then it's up to you. I assume it's going to be a right test, and then you can try to fork in things if you think they'd help.
Okay. Would it be possible to use a rule of law here to be like, hey, kind of like Second Amendment kind of situation, like, hey, take up your arms to protect yourselves and everyone else.
Yeah, so the thing with that is I feel like it would have to be a linked test, right? You would have to, like, establish something about the law by rolling it first.
Okay.
But you might fail, right? So,
yeah.
Up to you. You can attempt that if you want to, but
probably not.
Yeah, you only have 2 dice in it, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a good thought, but you just don't have the dice to back it up, unfortunately.
Can I fork in oratory?
Yes, you can fork in oratory. Yep.
Okay.
You can
And
fork in
noble-wise?
noble-wise. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could I fork in hunting since I'm talking about?
No, that'd be hunting
Okay.
wise.
Yeah, that's fair. Can I fork? No, never mind. I mean, etiquette,
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
proper writing etiquette.
I mean, even not even that. It's just like this is social etiquette demands
Right.
like we protect
Yeah.
our whatever. Yeah.
So the birds are trained like for that kind of stuff, right?
They're trained
like,
for
that's
hunting,
part of
certainly.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing with the birds mainly is that they're huge, right?
Yeah.
So like they can definitely hurt people.
But only the women have birds.
Yes. It's like if a society had a whole big thing about like only the women use guns because they're like weaker and they need the guns to like protect themselves, sort of thing.
Dude,
That's
that'd
kind
be
of the
cool.
vibe, right?
Cool.
Is
No, it makes sense.
this society is like,
But it's
well,
also for sport.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a sport thing for them, but then also there's the like the secondary thing of like, well, you know, to counterbalance, you know, their natural like not as good as martial stuff. They have these giant birds to protect them, especially, and it's specifically a noble thing too, though.
So what? So like in just quickly.
Yeah.
So she's writing letters to let the people know what's going on.
Yeah.
In Sinia, how would the king normally get information out? Like,
with these birds, probably.
is that because like for example in like Puritan England, they would use the churches, right?
Yeah.
The churches would distribute
They
the
honestly
information.
probably have probably have runners too, just like what are they called? Well, messengers.
Because I'm thinking couldn't they call together like all the blue robes and then send them back to their districts? And
I mean, yes, but they're all here, right? Like that's the thing is
Tabularius.
the city is like the one district that hasn't like fallen at this point is the like fancier part of town, right? It's where all the government stuff happens, the wealthier people, the king. Right. That's where Ophelia is marching next. And so they're all kind of already here. But yeah, Avra's gonna try to like mobilize them through the noble women. So,
dude, I hope this god is real.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 3 forks of my own, and then I just add 1 for Celadon, right?
You can add 1 more. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
do you
4 total.
Want to spend your 1 persona?
I feel like that might be a bad idea.
Probably.
Knowing what's probably about to go down.
Mm-hmm. So. Just give me an ob 3.
Okay. Yes.
Nice, right in the money. Cool. Yep. So the noble women of the court have been mobilized. They're gonna and they from them the rest of the noble houses know what's going on. So I
have a question. Are we willing to stick these birds on Sinian citizens? Like, even though like
these nobles certainly are. Right.
Okay.
They're like we're protecting ourselves. Yeah.
No, I get it. I mean, it's not the best look for new leadership to.
You would have more of a problem with that than they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, cool.
Yeah. So Alpheus, you go to the high priest.
Yes. What's he doing?
The priests of Aratos are like sackcloth and ashes, like more like in like sort of like flagellation, like penance sort of stuff right now, right? They're like almost naked. They're like pouring ashes on their heads because they like failed, right? They tried to bring the king back and they ended up cursing the entire city with barrenness, killing all the children under 2 years old. So they're like basically like, we did something wrong. We're sorry, God.
That happened.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So that happened as a result of them trying to resurrect the king.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't even know how to approach them. Is there etiquette or?
Yeah. Do you want to roll an etiquette check to see if you can?
Sure. I don't know
the right-
anything about them. Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
suck at etiquette. I'm bad at it. I think. Am I?
You have it at least. I don't know if you're
Where?
bad at it. or
I don't
good,
know
but-
where my am I in the wrong stats and skills?
Yeah, be in stats and skills.
All right. I'm gonna roll etiquette.
It's gonna be an op 3.
This is just to know the right way to talk to them, right?
Yeah, this will be like the right way to approach them where they'll actually listen to you instead of keep doing their stuff.
Bureaucracy wouldn't apply. Is there
you
like
could,
a religious
you could forget.
body?
Sure.
Okay. So I click the die,
And you added one fork. Yep.
Ob
3. Nice.
I got it.
Cool. Yeah. So I think in this case, let's see, you're a blue robe. So if you prostrate yourself before them and basically say like, I come beseeching the god Aratos and his followers like for help.
And I do it. I do exactly that.
Yeah, and so Croesus, played by Oscar Isaac, he's the high priest, and he stops pouring ashes on his head, and he looks at you, and he just like looks worn, like he hasn't slept, and he looks at you and he says, Blue robe, what's your name?
Alpheus of Carusia.
Yes, of course, Caledon's follower. What do you want? Why do you seek Aratos?
The city as we know it is at risk of being completely destroyed by the daughter of, I forgot his name, King
Thestios,
our late king. And despite the problems I had with King Thestios, we need Aratos to intervene. There's no other option. Sinia will not survive.
Yeah, so his face goes on an emotional roller coaster ride as you speak, right? So he starts off being like, when you just say the city is like at risk of being destroyed, he's just like, I know, we ruined everything. And then when you start talking about Ophelia, he's like, what? Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then when you're like, no, we need Aratos, and he just goes back to like this depression, and he's like, I'm sorry, Alpheus, we can't help you. We have failed. We have been cursed by our god. We have no power to save Sinia. It will burn. Obviously, you can like make an argument and roll, but yeah.
Bro, I'm good at persuasion, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So quit crying, dude. We have no other option. Yeah, I'm mad now. Quit crying. Get off your butt. Put some clothes on and pray. We're praying. I don't even pray. We're praying. I'm persuading you to pray right now. I'm so irritated at this guy.
So I mean, the thing is, like, that kind of sounds more like an ugly truth roll than a persuasion. Why is it in this guy's best interest to do this?
He's gonna die. You're gonna die. We're all gonna die. Your failure means nothing in light of what's gonna happen if we don't try to do something.
That's still an ugly truth. So, unfortunately,
well, make it a happy truth. You will have you will lose your chance at penance.
Right.
If we don't do this, maybe this is your chance for penance.
Right. There you go. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, what do I do? Just roll persuasion?
Roll persuasion. I don't think you have any forks. Yeah, I think it's just straight persuasion. Let's see what this guy's will is. Yeah, I'm checking his will. His will is 5. Good luck.
Hey, I'm using my driven, bro. Can I use it?
Well, so before you can do that after the fact.
All right.
One thing before you roll, you can.
Oh, I already rolled.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I got 4 out of 5.
There you go. I mean, go ahead and just spend a fate.
Fate. Yep.
Well, you can spend 1 or 2. If you spend
2.
2, yeah, okay. So you roll 3 dice then with that fate.
Yes.
There you go. That's all you needed. Boom.
Good.
You can mark that difficult and put that fate on it. Take it off your main bubble and do all that jazz. Well, you
I have 12 fates in that.
I think you have 13 now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So
you need to spend some persona in it, because then once you spend a certain amount of all the types, then you can like make it legendary skill. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you eventually batter him down, and he says, "Right. No, you're right. I can't just sit here. We can't just sit here. We have to. This is our chance. This is Aratos. He is giving us a chance. This is a divine symbol, a message from Aratos. We must save the city." And then he like stands up and he says, "Come, brethren," and his like sackcloth skirt thing that he was wearing, it was the only thing he was wearing, like falls off, and he's just like completely nude, steady, and he like raises his arms before the rest of the priests, and he just says, "Come, brethren, we will intervene and save the city of Sinia from the evil witch," so on and so forth.
So I think my reaction is like, I think I'm surprised at myself for even what I said to him.
Yeah.
And then when he starts talking, I'm like, bro, these guys are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
this is why I'm not religious.
Yeah. And, but I think I go with them just because I don't really know what else I would do. So I think I go with them or stay with them or whatever and take part in whatever they're doing.
Sure. Yeah. You'd follow them.
Yeah.
So I think we see briefly kind of a montage of what the like of the city, right? Of various parts of the city. One question I have for you, Ophelia, just so we know what happened with them. What did you actually do with the priests? Would you try to sway them, the priests of Pyrrhus, or would you have killed them? Or would you have tried to sway them, and if they didn't follow you, then you killed them?
Are other people watching?
I mean, yeah, the whole city's just kind of following you at this point.
Okay.
And this would have happened early on, right? Because their temple's like at the ocean.
Earlier on, okay.
I'm just curious, like, what you would have done with them.
I'm trying to think, because of like, part of me wants to say that I just like brutally kill them immediately to show like power. Then I'm not sure if that would be good.
I mean, in theory, the first thing you said to the dock workers, right, when you came again, was basically like, "Listen, I am the follower of Pyrrhus. Like, it's time to take back your city," like, so on and so forth.
Yeah, so I feel like that'd be...
But you could have been like, "They failed. Look what they did. Like, they failed to save the city. I'm here to save it. We're going to kill them first. They're false priests."
Yeah, and if the people are following me that hardcore, then I feel like I could do that, and they'd be like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah. I was just mainly wanting, like, just for our sake, like, the narrative, like, what you actually did with them.
I think I, like, straight up... This is so gory. I was just gonna, like, just kill him and kind of string him up over the water. Something
nice.
like that.
Yeah. On like, the cranes, right, that they used to, like, put barrels and crates and things into boats. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Awesome. So we get a scene of all the priests just lined up on these cranes, like with the hook like through their jaw, like protruding out of their mouth.
Their eyes up because my eyes got messed up, and I'm mad about that.
Like stab out their eyes, yeah.
And who sees this? Who's seeing that?
I mean, anyone who's seen it who's on your side is dead at this point.
Right.
So anyone,
because to me, that the symbolism of that is Pyrrhus is dead.
Well,
Pyrrhus is dead.
Ophelia certainly wanted it that way.
Artos is not dead. Well, maybe he doesn't even exist.
Our God's not dead. He's surely alive.
Hopefully this guy exists.
So, and we continue seeing the montage, right? We see the city following Ophelia, all of this mass of like common citizens who are
like thousands of people, right?
Yeah, exactly. Grim and determined to take back their city from the evil oppressors. And seat Ophelia as the queen. And we see all the noblemen, like, and all the noble houses and their guards and all that stuff, mobilizing, protecting the gates of like the walled part of the city that is like the noble district. And I think we catch a glimpse of a guy that we've seen before. It was one of the guys that was debating, maybe with, I think it was with Celadon. It might have been one of the other guys, but we see this guy, and he's no longer in a noble's robe or whatever. He seems to be in like hoplite soldier garb, which is kind of strange for this like noble guy. But he seems to be like ushering women and children like to a safe location, like into a place. And I think we see a brief scene of him doing this, and then he like sighs and just like looks up and just says, "All right, God, I don't know what's going on here, but this is going to get interesting." And I think he frowns and looks up and sees something out of the corner of his eye, and a guy with a red cloak steps out of an alleyway. And this guy who just stepped out of the alleyway is played by like Ewan McGregor. So
it's Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but he has like red cloak. He has like a sword,
lightsaber
at his waist, and his garb looks kind of out of place, right? It looks like a medieval knight with a red cloak just stepped into Greece. And this guy who's who looks like he could be the brother of Ewan McGregor, is in the hoplite garb. And he looks up and says, "Zan, nice of you to show up. You here to help?" And this guy, whose name is Zan apparently, says, "Well, brother, I was just coming to check up on how things were going, but it seems like they've kind of, degenerated a bit." And the first guy, the noble, just says, "You have no idea." And then we just cut away from the scene. Carly knows what that Easter egg was.
Yes. I'm so happy.
Wait, so who are they? I don't know who they are, obviously, but
they're you could say they're members.
Oh, they better be some wizards, bro.
They're members of the larger universe.
Oh, brother.
They've been in a different Burning Wheel show of mine before, at least the Red Cloak guy did.
Cool.
Oh, I'm scared.
So I think
the other guy, the guy that he was mentioning all the time in the previous campaign?
No, it's not Dallas.
No.
Okay. And I think, well, let's just say we get his name at some point in that conversation, and the original guy's name is Citus.
Okay.
And Citus is the one thing we know from Citus. If you had paid attention if like we're watching back through the DVD of this, right, you'd be like, wait a second, this is a guy who like argued for monotheism, for like in one of the debates. So anyway, we end up as the camera montages all this, we end up seeing Cyrillus, hooded and shadowed, right, in his kind of like weird leper ghost cloak sort of attire, right, slipping through the crowd. And I assume, I mean, it's up to you what you actually do here, but I assume you meet up with Ophelia. If you're muted, if you're trying to say something.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I did read your lips and understand what you said, but cool. So Ophelia, you're standing at like the wall here. It's like a gated like complex, like it's a wall around like the upper tier of the city. And I assume you're like pausing momentarily to figure out how to get through this situation when Cyrillus walks up to you.
Okay. Are we supposed to interact now? That's lame.
I'm just curious if you would, right?
How long has it been since I've seen him?
I'm like a day.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm just gonna do my normal thing where I don't talk at all.
Yeah.
I don't acknowledge his existence like at all.
Cool. What do you do, Cyrillus?
What's my goat's name?
I don't remember. I wrote it down somewhere in the chat, but it's been lost. I'll have to look it up again at some point.
Ophelia, Goaty McGoatface told me to come here.
I think I still don't say anything.
Okay.
So Ophelia, I mean, what is? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Why don't you ask her what the hell she's doing?
I see a lot has changed in this town.
And I just say, perhaps, but have you?
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Have I been wrapped up since she's seen me?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, because I'm talking about, like, you have to basically make a choice right now whether you're with me or not.
Yeah, that's what she's saying, bro. Because she's gone crazy.
So, Cyrillus, I think you notice a few of the royal guard with Ophelia's crowd here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like chanting her name, right? They're Ophelia, Ophelia.
Oh, Lord. Serious. Are you with me or not, bud?
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay. You.
I mean, Cyrillus, you could legit try to just do a coup right now. Like, that would be kind of cool.
Kill her, bro.
Encourage that. Come on,
Okay,
man.
but like,
We're besties.
If you did
You
that,
just
you would just
threatened him.
die.
I
But,
didn't.
yeah.
I asked him if he was
what
gonna
is
hang
it
out.
called?
And which implies you're
You
gonna
don't
kill
know
him.
me, Chad.
You're a
My
murderer.
die traits?
Only for some people.
Yeah. What about your die traits?
I'm unlucky, so I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Honestly, if you tried to kill her right now, she would certainly just, I mean, the whole crowd would just mob you and tear you limb from limb.
So like, even if I don't really like want to, like, I have the veneer of obedience.
Fair. Yeah.
I'm with you, girl.
At least as long as it's still convenient for me. Okay, Ophelia. I mean, what's the plan, right? You've hit a wall, quite literally, right? Like, how are you gonna storm? Like, you could have them like just storm the gate, but like they're all probably gonna get boiling pitch dropped on them and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Help her strategize, bro. She's already powerful.
Yeah, but Maria isn't thinking about plans, dude. I don't know. I mean, we could use, because I want to, like, I think I can kind of tell that Cyrillus is kind of like on the inside, and so I feel like I want to show him that he's got all this magical power and that I actually appreciate his existence. So I feel like I kind of want to use some of his new magical enchanting powers somehow, like right away. That way, it's like, hey,
That's what I was thinking.
Look at all this cool stuff you can do.
Like,
So
does
do
it
you
have to be Althea's blood, or does Ophelia's work too?
Ophelia's would definitely work.
Okay.
ask nicely?
Hey, can you tell me again why he has to do that? I forget what exactly happened there.
I gotta be completely honest. I'm not entirely sure myself.
Was he gonna like get magical powers from doing this?
I mean, so the reason that he has to do, like, the whole, like, the base of the foundation of all of that is that enchanting requires die traits, right? It requires traits, and the more powerful, like, the die traits are the most powerful type, and you can use those to get, like, basically bonus dice on the enchant. You need a trait to kind of focus an enchantment, and so the way that he has to use a specific skill to, like, get the trait, like, extract it from a person or a body, and we decided that drinking was the thing for him, and so he has to drink the blood of someone. Althea was a good host because she has faith in dead gods. Apostate, I think that was the one we were focusing on. I think it was like the apostate trait, and you were going to try to do some enchanting related to that. I don't remember exactly what, but
I mean, because
Can I get multiple from multiple people?
Let's look up enchanting. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do, I guess.
Okay.
Because I feel like it'd be kind of like if he got the traits for me, I feel like he'd turn into a boss.
I mean, yeah, it would just depend on which one he's choosing from you, right?
Oh, I only get
I mean,
one.
I'd be down.
Yeah, you use one trait as like the foundation of the enchantment.
Oh, but so when I drink blood, I only get one.
Yes.
Hers.
Yep.
Okay.
But you only need one, so.
So
Okay.
does Ophelia actually care about any of these people?
Yeah.
In her own
Or does
way.
she just care about becoming the queen?
No, I actually, can I tell that secret?
You can tell any secret you would like to.
I mean, it wasn't my, like, becoming the queen is not really something I super duper duper care about. It's not like the end goal or something. So, plus, Ophelia's had some character development. She can have human
Yeah,
interaction.
more evil.
No, I love Fearless. He's not homeboy. I mean, my number one instinct or my number one like thing is to take care of Avra.
That's true.
I feel like that's like a sick obsession, though, more than anything.
I can love.
You're like a serial killer.
No, I'm not. I haven't done anything serial killery. Not really. Just like mindless.
Just, having a cult.
But look at your belief is I'm done playing games. I will become the queen.
Technically, I didn't write that.
We talked about it together. Come on. Come on.
And you
force
choose
you to have
animals
that
over
belief.
humans. You don't care about these people.
Hey, I was abused as a child.
That's what, but like when he asked, like, are you gonna have them go let pitch fall on them? I feel like you would. You'd be like, I don't care about them.
Well, so are you going to have, I mean, Serialist doing an enchantment could be a thing that happens here, right? If that's what you're looking for.
I kind of want that to happen because I
Yeah,
want him to be able to get involved and feel cool.
It just depends on what you want to make, right?
What I want to make.
Yeah. What would you like need from him in terms of an enchanted item?
I don't really know. I don't really understand it super a lot, so I don't really know how
Just
to
I mean, you just need an item, like an object, a physical object, and then you enchant it to do some magical thing.
like.
And there's
can
lots
we
of different variations on that.
Can we enchant like the entire wall
Let's look.
and like make it freak out?
That would be interesting.
I feel like that'd be kind of big, though.
It would, yeah. I mean, it would definitely be hard. But what's fun about having corruption is there's a thing called spending the persona point to just like replace your enchanting skill with corruption instead and get higher dice on it. So, yeah, I'm just trying to find where antecedents. Here we go. Vessel. You need a vessel, but it doesn't actually say. Like, you get a bonus dice if the vessel was crafted specifically to be enchanted. Like, you made a specialized item so you could enchant it.
Well,
But-
I mean, our goal here is to break through the wall, right? Is that what's happening?
I mean, you need to find a way to get through, yeah. I mean, I don't see anything in here that says you can't enchant a wall. The main thing is that I feel like it would maybe make more sense to enchant, like for Silas to make his spear magical or something, right? That where it could break down the gate, right? Because the thing with the sort of things you can do with the enchantment is it like helps you do things, right? So like enchanting the wall wouldn't necessarily help in this instance because it would just be like whoever holds the wall gets bonuses on things, right? Like.
Okay, yeah. So we could do a spear or something.
I mean, you could, like, try to enchant a battering ram or something.
Yeah, I was trying to think of, like, something to break it down. I mean, you could enchant a spear and it becomes, like, a battering ram type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that. Do you want to do that, Cyrillus? Like, I'm not sure I want to do any of this.
What's the wall made of?
Stone.
It ain't like a small wall, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I hope the wall falls on you guys.
Hold on.
Man,
Could there be an enchantment that kind of almost gives my spear like earth bending? So like if I hit it on the wall, it kind of like
Let's see.
like it.
That's
does
way
a
too
section of the
powerful.
wall.
You just gonna be chucking rocks at everybody then.
Yes.
You don't deserve that power.
So I'll go ahead and list off
I've been through a
the
lot.
enchantment effects that you can do in the rules here. So
Okay.
I'll ignore ones that just don't make any sense and aren't. You have advantage. An enchanter may have his item bestow a 1 to 3 dice advantage upon its user for stat, skill, health, steal, risk, circles, resources. You can do obstacles, so same sort of thing, except when you're doing something, you get a penalty. You can negate a penalty, such as like getting rid of wounds or like being able to see in dim light. You can have the item grant a skill. You can have the item grant a stat. You can give someone a trait. You can enhance the weapon just to like modify its power, speed, length. And let's see. You can make like a useful magical device that accomplishes a certain magical effect. Such as you can make something to store a spell that can be released. But none of you actually have like spells to put into it in the first place. So, yeah, I mean, I think the thing that might make the most sense here, Cyrillus, is if you wanted to maybe grant yourself a skill that would like help you do this. I'm trying to find. I know there's some good ones in here that might make sense.
The skill of spontaneous combustion and explosion. Except not spontaneous, like I pick.
I mean, that makes sense because it's the whole alcohol thing.
Yeah, why don't you just breathe like fire out of your mouth? Like Iroh.
Well, because we chose not to have sorcery in this game.
Good choice. We should remove corruption too. I'm just kidding. No, this is it's a really cool story. I just don't want Ophelia to win.
So here we go. You could give yourself the skill Siege Engineer. So you could just become really good at making siege equipment.
That's cool.
Is that so funny?
Let's look at let's see. This effect allows the enchanted item to grant the bearer a skill he might not otherwise have. The obstacle is equal to the skill exponent to be granted. The skill must be possessed by the creature that was the source of the antecedent. So if you wanted to, you could try to find someone who has a point in the crowd, like a point of Siege Engineer, and then you could drink his blood and then magically give yourself awesome Siege Engineering powers.
That would make sense.
That'll come in handy when you betray Ophelia.
Aw, man.
I mean, this would be a circles test then, Cyrillus, if that's what you're thinking. It would be a circles test to like find someone in the crowd who you probably know from the military, right? Who like has a point in Siege Engineer.
Give me your blood.
Tyrone.
So
I might as well roll it, and then if you fail, it's like, well, there isn't anyone. But
yeah. Okay, where is circles at?
It's in attributes. You have a 2.
Great. All right.
Let's take a look.
I assume I get 0 advantages.
Or
Or do I-
Yes, because you no longer have an affiliation with the Royal Guard. Let me find. So this would be someone in soldier. Here we go. Engineer. So it would be, let's see, circles test. Here we go. Within the same setting, it's going to be an op 3. So you have a persona if you would like to spend it. Okay, you got one. You can spend 2 fate to reroll both of those dice.
Might as well. What do I do?
Click on that top little dice next to fate, and then type in 2 remaining knob and 2 dice.
Okay.
Wow, nice. You got another 6 and rolled 2 more successes after that. Awesome. Yeah, so for one random reason or another, you happen to know a siege engineer who was friends with you in the Royal Guard, and he just happens to be part of Ophelia's crowd. So you want to go up to him and say, hey, I'm going to drink your blood.
Yeah. Well,
How do you say
Ophelia
that
can be
exactly?
like, so I assume this person is like with Ophelia.
I mean, they're in the crowd, yeah.
Okay. So then it can like Ophelia be like, give this boy your blood.
I mean, okay, so I guess this would be Cyrillus who would probably have the thought or initially. So you'd have to ask. I mean, I assume Ophelia would do that, but she's also kind of ambiguous sometimes, so maybe she would just be like, you have to do it yourself.
Ophelia, I see someone that can, with siege knowledge, I can take that knowledge from him. So...
Does he lose it?
No.
It's like a suck. You're sucking the knowledge out of him.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Watch. You know what? No, what's gonna happen is me and my creepy bandaged self. I'm gonna walk up to him, be like, random name.
You could just punch his nose and just like get some.
Hey, Jim.
Honestly, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be like, hello, I'm with Ophelia. I need some of your blood. Could you give some to me?
He definitely starts like screaming and freaking out because you're just like, what? Who are you? What are you?
And then I knock him out.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll brawling or spear. I guess brawling.
No, I just to be like, where's the screaming coming?
I'm trying to figure it out. There's people somewhere around our house screaming, and I don't know what's happening.
I want to say it's probably at the bar because that's usually where the screaming comes from.
But it's too loud for that, and it's like it feels like it's like I don't know.
Maybe they're having a party at the bank or whatever we live across from. I don't know.
It's not like a clinic or something.
There it is.
Well, there is, but like in front of us, there's like a bank thingy.
Oh wait, my spear is better.
I could open my window
use
and
my
scream back.
Yeah, I mean, you want to smack him with the butt of your spear?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
Do I get any forks?
You can fork and brawling.
I'm not gonna use persona. What's my ob?
Oh my, what?
Is he good?
Your ob's gonna be 2 because he doesn't actually have a skill. He just like is rolling his base stat. But he got a lot on his base stat, so yeah, ob's 2.
Well, I got it.
Oof, good thing it was only 2. Yeah, so he starts freaking out and you just go like, oh, okay, and then hit him over the face, and then gets knocked down. Everybody else is just like, what is going on?
And then it gets worse. Because I take my spear, I like stab him like on the wrist or something. And then I just bottoms up.
Ew!
Start drinking his blood like a vampire.
Bottoms up.
Get out of his wrist, dude.
All right, Sierra, let's roll a drinking test.
Oh no! Welcome to the party.
So I assume you're gonna try to get a die trait from him.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Op 3 drinking test.
Okay. Do I just not know how to drink?
What?
What happens?
You got 0 dice.
Doesn't he have a
Zero successes.
high drinking skill?
He does. He has a 5.
Yes.
And it's magical. Like if he had gotten any 6s, they would have automatically re-rolled. But he got a horrible roll. Okay, so obviously, what happens instead, Cyrillus, is like something horrible goes wrong.
Ew.
Oh, no.
He doesn't have any blood.
He's actually undead. I'm gonna find a really. I'm gonna look up the die traits and find a really bad one that you just get from this guy.
Oh no, this is lame. Come on, man.
Oh, so I just don't.
Some
get
kind
it.
of
Okay.
illness.
Oh, the man's already
Just have
Man
enough
has
of
diseased
those.
blood.
I know exactly.
turned his blood into milk.
Let's see. You get. It needs to be something that's like bad for you, but not like dumb. Some interesting ones here.
I have to go here in a little bit.
I'm gonna just give you the die trait sickly. So you subtract 1 die from your health, and it's permanently capped at 5. You can't get any higher than that. So your health is now 4, and it can only ever increase to a 5. So your sickly nature, like, you know, your leprous whatever disease thing you have, just ends up taking a toll on your body. As you like drink this guy's whatever, he probably had something himself, and instead of like, basically it's like you drink his blood, and then instead of like extracting the trait from his bloodstream, it's literally just like you drank his blood. And so it's just like, well, it turns out this guy had a disease, and now you have it, right? Like, yep. Think of it like the light, trying to redirect the lightning in Avatar: Last Airbender. But you got it stuck in your stomach instead, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Okay, well, Cyrillus, you get sickly. What are you all gonna do now?
That's a great question.
I guess probably what happens, just so we can end with Alpheus on a note here. Alpheus probably shows up at the wall with the priests, right?
Oh, so they're coming out to publicly pray.
I mean, yeah, right? Like you inspired
I
them
guess,
to like intervene and save the city.
I thought they were just gonna pray at church.
So
in the temple.
Alpheus, do you go up on the wall with them?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Ophelia, you see the priests of Aratos. They're all still basically naked. They didn't put on any clothes. And they're standing on the wall, and one of them, who looks like Oscar Isaac, points a finger at you and then says, "You witch!" You are not allowed here in Sinia. Be gone, foul demon of the abyss.
I feel like this is gonna blow up in my face, dude. They're all gonna die.
What do you say? Like the whole crowd looks at you like, whoa, ooh, what are you gonna say, Ophelia?
Start laughing.
He's laugh.
Oh yeah, full on. It's an old naked man yelling at me.
Well, he's not old. He's actually kind of young and handsome, actually.
Oh, well, it's still funny.
Yeah, it is still funny.
So I just laugh. And that's my response to that one.
Okay.
Wait, don't I have cool knife skills? Because I was gonna say it'd be funny if I was like laughing super hard and then I just like threw a knife at him.
You could try that.
And kill this man.
You try to kill him?
I don't know.
Sure.
I have no reason to.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Unless. No. Maybe.
I don't know. I have zero plan at all. I don't really know what I'm doing. Kind of like, if somebody crossed me, I guess I would kill them. I don't know.
I mean, I think like the crowd here is expecting like a speech off, right? Like
I just don't know why he came out here and started debating her instead of praying to his God.
I mean, he's gonna call down like a curse on them, right, or something.
He better do it fast, bro, before he dies.
Maybe I tell this man about how like actually I do belong here. I'm kind of the heir to the throne, technically.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, are you trying to like actually convince him?
Don't I suck at that?
I mean, you have oratory.
Oh yeah, I don't suck at that. Cool.
You could literally just be like, you know what?
Like fun facts.
Fun fact. I'm actually the rightful queen. I'm the eldest child.
But he knows that, right?
You know what? Okay, so Ophelia, you know what? You could. I think you because of your instinct, the way you handle people, right? If I come across someone I would like to manipulate, I stoop to their level. I think you know instinctively that this guy, the way to like explain this to him and get him to like just join you, like legit join you, is to say, fun fact, I'm the rightful queen and I'm looking for a queen consort. Join me and you can be my boy toy forever and rule at my side.
No.
Oh no, this is my age. I keep seeing this as an old man and I was like,
no, this is a young guy.
Okay, ew, I hate that. All right.
But you know, that's the way you could actually manipulate this guy.
That's true. And Ophelia's kind of pretty too, even though she's out. Yeah, that's probably a good move.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
All right, make that oratory test.
Part of me really wants this to fail so I could just kill him.
What are you gonna try to fork?
I don't know. I can't. I forgot how to do everything. Okay, here. I'm doing an oratory thing. Let's see.
Oh, okay. I guess first question: are you being honest about this? Would you actually let this happen, or is this just you're manipulating him entirely?
I mean, what does that mean?
I mean, in theory, the way that this kingdom works is that you're supposed to have a husband. Kind of technically, question mark, right? Like, you're not supposed to rule as just the queen. So the implication here would be like, I'm the rightful heir to the throne and you can be Mr. rightful heir to the throne.
I would be truthful in saying like he can be my dude. I wouldn't be truthful in that he would be like my husband, because I don't think Ophelia is looking for anything romantic. So it would just be like you stay in your chambers, I stay in my chambers. You get power.
Yeah.
But nothing else.
But where are you framing it to him?
Well, I think he probably cares more about the power and like recognition than actually like being married to me. I'd hope.
I hope this man cares more about power than the idea of being married to me.
That is what Maria just said.
Something that I did just in fact say. Great. I just don't know.
Probably fits with feeling.
I don't know what would be convincing to him. Like, if this man's young enough and Ophelia's pretty enough, and the argument of you get me as your wife, which means power and also a hot wife, then and that would be convincing, then I would say that in Fork and Falsehood. But if that wouldn't be convincing and it's more about like you can be the king.
I think it's probably convincing. You could, and honestly, I think at this point, like because of the way you're framing all of this, where it's kind of like on the knife's edge of whether or not it's true or not, like there's a lot of deception happening with this. You can use falsehood if you want to, and then fork oratory in.
Ooh, am I better at falsehood?
You are, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it that way then. And I don't think I'm forking anything else, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So falsehood, like 1 fork.
And the opposite gonna be 5. You have a persona. You have 2 persona. So if you want to spend one of them on this.
Is this super important?
I don't know.
Because I can't fork in a persona later if I fail, right?
You can't. Yeah.
Maybe I will. I'm reckless.
Okay. Yeah. Do it.
And then obstacle 5.
Yep. Whoa! Nice. You just did it. Awesome.
Yeah, I just got me a boy toy.
Okay, I want to roll to push him off the wall.
I was gonna say.
Oh my gosh.
So literally.
I'm serious.
Yep. So what you say, right? So
I'm so mad.
Ophelia, you basically just like wrap this guy around your finger. What's the sort? So what do you actually? How do you say it to him?
Oh, I don't know. Am I trying to be cute?
You like blind girls?
I feel like she would say it with power, like authority behind her.
Yeah, it's also so weird because this man is naked.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this.
Well, you don't know he's naked.
Yes, I do. I'm looking at
Oh,
him.
Yeah,
she's
she can
blind.
see
You're
him.
blind.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's blind.
Can I just tell? I feel like I'd be able to just tell. I'd be like, there's bad vibes. I don't know. Maybe I'm
There's
just like,
naked vibes. The vibes are undressed.
oh, Brody. I don't know, because I don't know this character well enough to know like what he'd be doing. As far as the stooping to his level situation, so I think what I do is I like snap back with and then I'm like, just kidding, I think you're cute. Want to marry me? It means power.
You're cute. I can't see you.
Does he really know I can't see?
So
I feel like-
before I push him off,
I was gonna say he responds.
can
like,
I persuade? Can I say, "What the f- is your problem, dude?"
Yeah. So the thing is, like, he's convinced by this. Like, you can't at this point. You can't roll.
I can't dispersuade him.
You can't-
I
yeah.
dissuade him.
Exactly.
But I
like,
can kill him.
yeah. So I just want to like play out like how this initially is gonna go, right? So Ophelia says that, right? And he's just like, what? What do you mean, marry you?
Oh, I'm supposed to respond to this?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there'd be more of a conversation than marry me, and he'd just be like, okay.
Yeah, well, really quick, I just had the idea of like, Chad, I'm honestly surprised you haven't tried to like do this exact thing, but with me, since you're so concerned about who's in power, that you're like, I could just marry Ophelia and be the king.
Alpheus, you could definitely in this moment realize that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, hey man, this is an option for you.
Oh my gosh.
That's actually a very good idea.
I know.
Oh no.
I'm not sure I would accept, but
I mean, if he just pushed this guy off, that might be impressive to you, Ophelia, right?
ew, no, I'm not in love with anybody. I don't get impressed.
Yeah, but that would be impressive because you're like, hey, this guy just killed a dude for me.
I don't think that's how I would see that.
I don't know how I would do it. Do I want to do that?
I mean, I feel like either way, you're going to be pushing this
she's
guy
scary,
off the wall.
though. Okay, but the thing is, I have no other options.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Like, I barely believe this guy can help me, and I don't believe anything else could stop her.
Yeah,
but it goes against my core belief, right? One of my beliefs is she can't become the queen.
I mean, you can change it, like.
But it's the reasoning behind that is I don't want Sinia to be destroyed.
Right, but if you decide
Can
I'm going to
she
be in
become the
charge,
queen if you become the king.
exactly.
Well, yeah, but she still is. I'm just the shogun, right, to the emperor. Or
right, but Alpheus, you
Husband.
knowing you would be like, oh, but I'm gonna get the better end of this arrangement. Like I will end up in charge.
Well,
Like,
and I don't think she really cares about governing. Like, I don't think she does. Maybe she does, but you know what? I'm gonna push him off, or I don't know what to do. I want to.
well, so
I'm pissed off that he's even considering.
No, I know
this.
exactly. And so there's a bit of a back and forth here where like he's like, what do you mean marry you? And you probably explain, Ophelia, like I'm gonna be the queen. Like I am the rightful queen, and you know how this works around here. Like whoever marries the queen gets power. Like it's either me or Avra.
Is he one of the top priests?
He is the high priest.
He is the high
Oh,
priest.
then I'm like, well, duh, it makes sense. You're the high priest. I'm the queen. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
And then So are you saying that? Do
Yeah.
you say that?
I assume so.
Not in that exact words, but yeah.
Okay, so I butt in and I say, you don't even know who I am, right? I say, he has no power here, and then I throw him off.
Roll. You can't just kill my boy toy.
No, I
Okay,
know.
well, I'm rolling.
Yeah, you have to roll, obviously, but yes, you can definitely attempt it. So I mean, really, it's just gonna be like an opposed power test, right? Like you're just trying to push him.
Yeah.
Maybe like,
Watch me fall off.
do I get to help this man? Like, be strong?
I don't think so.
Why? But I love him.
He's naked. He's standing on the top of a wall.
No.
What do I do?
So he got he rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Your obstacle is 1, Chad. Go ahead.
Oh,
Do I just click any dice?
No, power is a stat.
Power. I see it. Oh, I have 5, dude.
I hope you fail.
We've seen it happen before, so.
True.
I only got 1.
So in this case, the defender is him, right? So he resists you, right? You're
No.
struggling over
I'm
the.
using a fate.
Okay, yeah,
No.
yep. You
Okay, can I use 2?
can only use 1 because you don't have any
Okay.
6s.
So remaining ob is what? Is it
Just
one?
do 1. Yeah, you only need 1 success over him.
Dice 1.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I beat
Okay.
him.
But I'm gonna do it for him though, because he also has fate. He's worked on goals himself.
I'm killing this guy. I don't care. I'm so angry at him.
Why? He's just a sweet little man.
He betrayed
He
his
also
own
got
god.
Oh
And
my
I'm using
God.
a persona.
You can't use persona after the fact.
Can
So-
I do another fate?
Well, I was gonna say that what happens here is the contest is gonna move on to a different skill or stat, right?
Okay.
So you're struggling over the edge.
Agility.
Yeah.
Or will.
I mean, I would think maybe just speed, right?
Speed. Okay. I have 3 speed though.
Yeah, I think it's probably speed, right? Because at that point, it's just like he's trying to get away, right? And you're just trying to catch him as he like pushes you away, right? And then like runs, right? He's just like, holy crap, this guy's gonna try to kill me. I need to get off the wall, right? And he runs towards the stairs, and then it's just if you can catch him in time and then shove him.
So I'll use speed. Can I use agility too? Can I fork in agility?
No, you can't.
My agility
Yeah.
powers? Dang.
You could spend your persona if you wanted to, but
Okay. So helps and advantages.
oh, you got a 4.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
No.
speedy boy.
I'm not using my
Naked boy.
persona. I'm just gonna try it. So
Okay.
I chose a good one. Look at me.
base ob 4. I'm not gonna do it. I only have 3.
Yeah.
Ha!
You got a 6. You can spend 2 fate and reroll 2 dice.
Yeah, but I don't have to kill him. He's already a coward. He's running away.
Yeah, but like if you don't kill him, he's gonna go join Ophelia.
I don't have anybody else that could kill him for me.
I mean,
I
the
can't
other
say
people on the wall are the
capture him.
priests, and the priests honestly are probably like, well, the high priest is doing it. Let's all join Ophelia.
Hmm.
Maybe we'll be her harem, her man.
So
harem.
what?
No.
So what are my options? What are my options? I feel like I should. Had I the opportunity to persuade him to not obey her, I would have tried to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like he's kind of wired at this point, right? Like,
Chad, just join
He's
me.
drinking the Kool-Aid. I can't just join you. I'm gonna.
You could
I can't just join you unless I have.
plan on attacking me later, but
Yeah, but I want to be in charge. This guy can't be your husband.
I mean,
what are my options? How do I kill him?
Let's look at your stats. So he runs away from you, right? He gets away in the immediate. You could roll. You could roll persuasion on the priests. Right?
To say that he betrayed them, right?
Yeah, exactly. And be like, we need to get him.
I'm
We need to
doing
stop him. And then they can all join you.
What's their will?
Let's say a 4.
Can I fork in anything?
Etiquette.
And
bureaucracy, I think.
Base
4.
4.
Oh. You got 2 6s, so you could spend
I'm
1 or 2 fate.
Remaining 1. 3 dice?
Yeah.
2 dice. 3
dice, yeah.
There we go.
Nice. Cool. So, what do you say to them? You turn to them as this naked guy runs away.
I say, he has betrayed Artos for the worship of that demoness down there or something. No, I don't want to call her demoness. I want to say, of this woman down here. Would you stand for that?
No, of course not. I'll just
they grab him. And
I think
they throw him off. They kill him.
Sure. Yeah, no, if that's what you want him to do, right? Like, I think they all grab him, right? And
I don't have to kill. I guess. No,
but if you want to, he's like squirming and struggling, and they're all grabbing him, and you can have them throw them off the wall at that point.
But then I have to try to get Ophelia to be like, oh yeah, this guy can do it. I don't really care.
I mean, yeah, you just have to make a persuasion check on Ophelia, right?
But I have to decide if all I know is I want him dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to join her. Yeah, throw him off, guys. He's out of here.
I mean, he was so cute.
So the last thing that happens though is he's struggling and he's trying to pray to Artos. So I'm gonna make a faith roll for him because he has like the magical faith thing, and we'll see. He's gonna try to like do a miracle to like save him from the brink of death. Right?
He should have been doing that to kill her.
He wanted a grandstand first, so.
Yeah, it's all right. I hope it doesn't work.
So he's gonna try to do.
I have to go also.
Intercession. Well, yeah, we'll try to wrap this up as quickly as possible so that you can still have that roll here. This is gonna be very hard, but it is open ended, so.
Oh my!
He got 0 dice. 0
success.
Yeah. So he's fervently praying to Artos, and Artos does not hear his prayers, and he gets thrown off the wall and splattered on the stone below.
Ooh,
what are the people's reaction like? Oh!
I mean, they're all probably just like entranced by the whole scene. They're like, "Whoa! Like this is intense."
And then now I have to speak to her.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be her husband, I guess. Like
maybe I can toast to the next up high priest.
What do you say, Alpheus?
Bro, I don't know. I don't even know what. I'm trying to imagine actually being in a situation like this.
That's
like, I would. I want to ask her, like, what does she want with Sinia? This is my opportunity, right, to figure it out.
Yeah.
Is she mad at me for killing him? Are you mad?
You just killed my hot boy toy, dude.
But are you mad, like, actually, or do you really care?
Yeah, how does Ophelia respond?
Because all you wanted to do was not have them contest you, right?
Yeah. I think Maria is angry, but I think Ophelia would just be kind of annoyed and a little bit intrigued, like, who are you? What are you doing? No one has tried to interfere with me this hard before. And so I think I'm willing to pay attention, so I'm not just like, I literally hate you.
So you don't know me at all, right?
Yeah.
So she doesn't know that I'm homies with her sister, and I don't know that. But I know that that's her sister.
Yep.
Okay, so I say.
That's a dangerous move, dude.
No.
No, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, daughter. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna say, rightful heir to the throne, Ophelia, first daughter of King Thestios. I have been working my tail off for your sister and her husband to lead this city and this nation, what are you doing?
Did I ask you what your name is?
Oh yeah, I didn't even say, huh?
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm Alpheus. My name is Alpheus.
We all know that Alpheus isn't the best at etiquette.
Alpheus, the bluest robe. Does she know the government here? She should, right?
She knows that title a little well enough.
Yeah, I'm the bluest robe. Just such a funny name.
You made it up.
I know.
I think I let you just kind of continue. I think I respond to that. I'm just like, cool. What's your name? Nice.
Well, he asked you a question though, right? Remember, he was like, "What
but
are you doing?"
Then she just responded by, "What's your name?"
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
And so, because she's ignoring me, I say, "Do you not love your sister?"
Bad move. I think that. See, now I'm angry. I think that was a misstep, and I think now I'm upset. So.
What do you say?
I think I like kind of just smile and look at my feet and kind of just shake my head because he had my attention at first because he's like, "Oh, I've been serving your sister," and I'm like, "Okay, like we can be friends."
Oh, and now you feel like I offended you because I questioned your love for her.
Oh yeah.
Now I see.
I'm like, uh-oh, you done made me angry. So I don't know if I'd try to be aggressive or if I would just ignore you and walk away. Because I think that's what I do. Because I don't think I want to hurt you because you've told me that you work with Abra. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to mess that up. So I'll just.
But you also still need to get through the wall, Ophelia.
Oh yeah. Well, that's dumb.
So maybe you ignored me, right? Is that what you said?
I think
because I would say something. I never shut up.
I think I would just look at you and say, "Try again."
Right, okay. And then I'm like, "Oh,
like,
crap."
I'll give you one more chance. That was wrong.
Okay.
And then, do you want to do this actually, Alpheus? Do you want to just make the persuasion roll now, and then we can say you get right whatever it is you're supposed to say for the next time?
I want to try that.
Right? Because then it won't just be whatever Chad just randomly says. It'll just be right.
Let me do that.
Cool. Does that make sense, Maria?
Yeah. So
right. And so the intent here is basically he says the right thing. And I guess what is the intent for you, Chad, like in terms of beyond that?
I just want her I want to persuade her to tell me what her plan is, I guess.
Okay. Sure.
What my goal is? Or
what's your goal? Why do you want this? Why are you taking over? Because you haven't really killed that many people. You just scared me when I saw you killed and convince these people to kill the guards to kill their own captain.
Yeah.
But you haven't really killed anyone.
Except so basically
priest.
Your intent here is to just get Ophelia to actually open up to you and explain what she's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because I feel like the people, I don't know what the people see in her either.
Yeah. Okay, so her will is 3. Ophelia is actually pretty easy to convince of things, so go ahead.
I'm an emotional wreck.
And I have no forks, right?
Probably not, yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you go, boom. So what is the thing he should say next?
I think because I have what I want to say to him in my head, and so the only question that works is, what do you want?
Yeah.
So I think you just
what do you want?
What do you want? And then I just look at you and I clench my jaw, and then this is a big wait. Actually, I need to consult with Caleb on if I'm allowed to say this.
No, you can say whatever you want. Go ahead.
Say whatever I want. Yeah. Okay. I think I just look at you, and I say, "My son."
Ah.
Well, come get him!
Is he here? We'll give him to you. Just tell us who he is.
No, I wouldn't. That's how I feel personally. Yeah. Where's he?
Here.
I don't know what. I think I would be like.
What?
I'm looking around.
Is he here?
Who's your son? Is he here?
And then I say, in a way, not in body, but in spirit.
I'm burning down this entire city just for you, little boy.
So I want to. I want to ask. So, do you promise not to kill anyone if I open the gate?
I mean, there's no way you can guarantee that because, like,
what I'll say is, like, I understand where he's coming from, and
Yeah.
I don't think Ophelia's goal here is to actually make a bloodbath. So I think what I say is, like, I promise I won't make the first move to kill anyone, but if someone tries to get in my way, I will. So if you want no one to
If we stand down, basically, I say that if we stand down.
Yeah, like, so basically it's like, if you want no one hurt, escort me to the castle.
Is that where Avra and Keladon are?
That's where I think they are, at least.
I assume at this
I'm
point,
asking
I feel like that
Caleb,
makes
yeah.
sense, right? I feel like Avra
Yeah.
and Caledon would have like retreated to like the castle.
So how do I get the message to these ladies ready to sick their birds on these people that they need to not?
I mean, you're the bluest robe. You could just like try to call in your authority, right?
So I'm gonna command the priests that are now my homies.
Yeah.
To go tell the noble women
Okay.
to lay down for
And like,
stand down.
really, it's like just tell all the noble houses, right? Because
Yeah.
the whole houses were like,
yeah.
getting ready to fight. So.
And then I say, and then you open, get the gate, let them in, let her in, whoever she wants in.
Should I try to make a power move here?
'Cause I don't know if she wants all her.
Yeah,
people
what-
in there.
I just gave so much ground to you that I think I have to take a little bit. So I think.
I know I'm over here acting like I'm in charge all of a sudden.
Yeah, so I think I'm like, okay, if you do all the, like, I'm agreeing to do these things
Mhm.
for you. And so I think, are we like close now? Like in proximity?
You can be.
I'm on top of the wall, right?
I assume if Alpheus is, if we're skipping ahead a little bit and just saying that Alpheus is now escorting you, we can say you're as far as long as you want to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like before that, like I want us to be like standing on the same like level, so
Yeah,
we're like
sure.
looking at each other right before he like potentially leads me to the castle.
Got it.
And then because I was
Maybe I'm meeting you
I was-
down there at the
Yeah.
bottom of the wall.
Yeah, and I think I do this little power move thing because Ophelia's got to establish dominance. And I think I just come up to you and like grab your like lapel or whatever right here.
Yeah.
And I say like, don't forget, I am your queen. And then I do some kind, like I make you like kiss my hand or my boot or whatever is the thing that you
Yeah.
do. Some kind of like.
Well, because do you have a bird?
Oh, yeah.
Is it,
That's what it would be,
He's
right?
like, I know that there's
Yeah.
a bird thing here.
yeah. So
I've learned that.
So I do that.
So then
You know what it
get
is?
your
No.
bird.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Okay, this is what happens, right? Ophelia, you grab him, right, and say, I am your queen now. And then your raven, like, flaps, lands on your shoulder, and then looks at you, Alpheus, and you know what's expected of you. And then what happens, though, is Alpheus goes to put on a glove, right? And Ophelia shakes her head. And, like, you don't get the glove. Like, this is,
So I have to,
right?
So I,
And so you, like, hold up, right?
I do it. I do it.
Yeah,
I'll
I
do
think
it.
that's what
I
we
just
see.
hold out my bare hand.
And he's like it's blood, right? It hurts, but like
And my raven isn't nice like the city birds.
exactly,
Yeah.
like that hurts.
And I'm like, you know,
Yeah, so I
but,
think, I
okay.
think you get a light wound from that.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Fair.
Dang.
But that's what I think would happen, right?
That's cool.
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
because now I have an understanding with you, and I think I just kind of like nod. And because at this point, you're the only person that knows any kind of intention that I have.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm the only one that needed to know or like cared enough because nobody even knows what's going on, really. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so then just in the interest of time, I have maybe one question that maybe you could just decide the rest of the thing. What do Avra and Caledon do about this situation? Because I don't know if there's a lot they can. Like, because Alpheus is acting in the interests of you, right? By the time they get to the castle, everyone else has been disarmed, basically, right?
Yeah.
Everyone else has stood down. So what do you do?
because they don't know what to expect, right? They
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
they get to the castle, and that's like you can't just break into the castle necessarily because the guards are still keeping that closed for Caledon. but it would just be up. Like Caledon's like, what? He turned. He joined her.
No, you can't think that.
And they're looking out the window, right? He's looking out the window with you, Avra. Like, he betrayed us.
No, he should know better. He should know I wouldn't do that.
I mean, it looks really
you
damning,
also
man.
literally you are what led to the king's death. So we don't know that, but it happened.
Because I don't like I think I actually like Alpheus at this point. And so I think maybe I give my raven a black orchid and tell him, like, okay, go give this, like, go find Abra, give this to her so that she knows that this is, like, a chill thing and I'm not trying to kill anybody.
Okay, well, that happens. I mean, I honestly think, Caledon sees this, right? The raven drops this off, and then Caledon looks at you, Avra, and just, in that gaze, like, this is all up to you in this one moment, like, what happens? Because it looks like Ophelia's taken her rightful, and in theory, yes, she should be queen, right? If she's gonna need to marry someone, but like she has the claim. So what do you do?
Oh wait, could I have put a note with that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I want the note to say like, I don't want to be queen with the orchid. And then I send that there because that's a very important detail.
So then what do you want out of this? And if everything goes Ophelia's way, what's going to happen?
That's such a big spoiler, dude. I mean...
In general details. Mainly I'm thinking about like what happened to Avra and Caledon.
I'd want to have like a sit-down conversation with both of them and kind of like tell them my entire plan. Yeah. And let them know I'm not trying to steal any power. I just need to like talk about some things and about what my other plan is so that they know.
Guys, this was all because I really needed a therapy session, all right?
Alien needs a heart-to-heart.
Basically.
All right, Avra, it's up to you.
I mean, did she put that in the note too? Or is it just, I don't want to be queen?
Just, I don't want to be queen.
Okay. Well, then she probably just sends her bird with a message. It's basically like, well, then what do you want? Like.
And then I just send a note back that says, this is ridiculous.
You're texting. You guys are texting.
The note just says, like, talk to my little sister. Winky face.
Yeah, I guess she. I mean, she's already on her way, right? So like.
Yeah, I mean, it's the
question
is.
Don't send something back.
The question is, do you open the gate, right? Do you open the door of the castle? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And who is with us? Is it just me and her, or did she bring a whole squadron with her?
I imagine the mob is like Ophelia has control over them in some capacity, and nobody's attacking them. So like they're just walking up, like, all right, we're in charge now. Like, here we go.
And I think I have whoever is the next in line for the high priest.
Yeah,
he was there, like next to me.
Yep. And Cyrillus is obviously there somewhere too.
Because I did not try to get you to marry me.
Right.
Right. But I still could.
Okay, so is this literally just
but
like...
I don't think I need to.
We're in the sitting room now, and Ophelia and Avra are having a conversation?
Yeah, but I really have to go. My boys are
ahead.
coming over right now.
Yep.
So I'll catch up and see what
Sounds good.
transpires. Peace out, guys.
Adios.
Yeah.
Cool. Overlays are fixed. Yeah. I mean, what does that conversation look like?
Well, I kind of just want to tell her, like, everything, like, the whole business that we said at the beginning with the whole dead gods thing, like, literally my entire plan, I think I want to say right now.
Yeah, just go ahead. And I'm curious how Ophelia would say it to Avra, right? So.
Yeah. Ooh. I think she's real stressed. I feel like she kind of starts weeping. And then which is just super crazy.
So messed up,
I
Ophelia.
just wanted to talk to the dead gods.
Wait, where am I? Am I with
I assume
them?
you'd be there. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Like, this is my homeboy. This is my sister.
This is my homeboy, disease face, leper boy.
Leper boy. Yeah, I think I just kind of like start crying without saying anything at first, and then I'm like, what am I doing? I'm showing emotion, and then I stop. And then Ophelia, being Ophelia, is like, hey, you want some tea? And so I try to like brew some tea. I'm like
Avra's like, I'm the one that lives here.
Yeah, Ophelia doesn't know how to do anything. I'm so nervous.
I think what happens is Avra starts brewing some tea, but like she's like shaking while she's doing it.
Oh. Yeah, and then I don't know if I would start off with the whole I have a child, or I think I have to start there. Yeah, so I think I'd kind of just like say, like tell her what I was doing from when I disappeared to when I came back. Because does she know that I
Not really, no.
killed a bunch of people when I was whatever
No.
happened there? I can't remember.
Well, you became the leader of a cult, and you basically, it was a suicide cult, and you had everybody basically be like, all right, guys, so we're all gonna die together, commit suicide, and go to be with our dead loved ones, and then you didn't die.
Oh, did I try?
You tried, yeah, and the gods were like, nope.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I tell her this whole story, and I tell her my motivation behind it, which is the whole like, my son is dead, trying to get back to him. And so, but then I let her know like the gods will not let me die, and I kind of need help to like get to my son.
I want to die.
I want to die.
It's not a phase, sister.
Let me die.
Why won't anybody kill me?
There's so many good references. Gosh, how do you think I'm supposed to help you with this?
You're the like queen person.
Well, how? And I'm supposed to help you die when the gods won't let you die?
I need to figure out why they won't let me die, and like what I need to do in order to do that. Because I have a feeling that it's about whoever is the monarchy of this city, and so I have to make sure that you're like doing something that needs to happen that the gods want, so that I can leave. Because otherwise, I have to become queen and do it myself. Because I think that's why they didn't let me die. So I have to get you to do whatever that is so that I can...
Yeah, basically Ophelia's saying, listen, the gods won't let me die for some reason. There's something I need to do for them. I want you to do it instead so that I can die and be with my son. That's basically what she's saying. But she's like, I don't know what it is yet.
Character development.
Right? Like, I don't know what it is yet, so I need your help to figure out, like, what am I supposed to do and how can you do it instead?
Yeah. I think she probably looks at Celadon and...
He says, this is crazy, Ophelia. You burned a city. For what? Selfishness? Pure and utter... You're a monster.
I think Avra like puts a hand on like his hand.
Yeah, so he cuts off that. He doesn't actually finish that last part.
Yeah.
He just says, you're a
And then I just look at him and I said, like, if you had a son, would you not go to the ends of the world to save him?
You're not trying to save him.
And I say, I'm trying to love him.
He doesn't say anything. He just like is
yeah,
disgusted.
I think
He's
Avra
like,
just looks at him. She kind of like clenches his hand tighter. In just a kind of in one of those stereotypical looks that says more than any look ever can. Where she's basically trying to communicate, like, I agree with you that this is what she's doing is wrong. But then she just audibly says, do you have any books that might give us insight on this? Like, because literally, like, she's come to us she's not saying this out loud, but like she's come to us literally being like, helping me die. And like basically like arguing with her is gonna do nothing to like make the situation better.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like the end of the session here is literally just you guys agreeing, like, all right, Ophelia, we're gonna help you. And in the meantime, like, the thing is, Ophelia has to be the queen. For now, at least, right? Because you've literally riled the entire city up to put you as the queen. And so for now, you like have to be, or else the whole city is gonna like go into anarchy. And so I think the situation we find ourselves in for the when we pick this up is Ophelia's queen, and Celadon and Avra are helping her like look into the mysteries of all this so that she can figure out what she needs to figure out, and so that they can get rid of her.
And I'm like married to the high priest, right? Because I have to be married to somebody.
Yeah. I mean, you have yes. I think you. Yes, if you want the.
That guy died, right?
I was just gonna say, if you want, the other high priest, the new high priest. If you want the support of the nobility, yes, you definitely need to get married.
Okay.
If you want to kill all the nobility and have the peasants rule, then you can do whatever you want.
Well, because I don't think Ophelia actually wants to kill a bunch of people. I think the only reason why she has before is because the gods wanted her to, or she thought that the gods wanted her to.
Yeah.
So if I think that's the thing that the gods want is for the nobility to rule, then maybe I would do that. But I'm not sure I know that yet. So I think, I just don't know who I'd want to, like, who she would want to marry, though.
Cyrillus.
That's what I was
Oh
going
my
to say. I was like, would that go over well with them, or would they be like, why is the mummy our king?
The mummy king.
Because I think that would be kind of cool.
I mean, the thing is, like,
Not
it would really depend on Ophelia on how much pandering you want to do to the nobles, right? Marrying a nobleman would be the best move for you, like marrying someone like Soter, or marrying someone like the high priest would be a step down from that, right? It would be acceptable, but it would be like, that's kind of weird. I don't know why you married a priest. But it would be like, oh, I guess she's religious. Okay, I guess that's the thing. A step down from that would be marrying like Alpheus, right? Because it would be like, well, you're marrying a government official, but he's not technically a nobleman. And then step down from that would be Cyrillus, which is just like, he's literally a random nobody who's now a weird mummy king.
Well, if I'm trying to keep
people's blood.
people from freaking out and like revolting, I feel like I have to marry just a random dude, right? Or would they be okay if I married somebody who's already in
Any
power?
of the people, any of those people you could marry and get away with it, because the whole point is that you marry someone, right? Because they're still going to be too afraid of you, right, to like do anything about it. But it will just depend on how amiable you want to be towards them in that, right? Marrying a literal nobleman would be the best towards the like pandering to them.
Okay.
But you can get away with any of those options.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about whether Ophelia would care more about having the noblemen like her or the people like her.
Yeah.
And I want to say she'd prefer having the people like her, but I'm not actually sure.
Also, I'm wondering about a world where Cyrillus and Ophelia actually fall in love.
I feel like we would start out as just being buds, and I think that's kind of a fun vibe.
I mean, would Cyrillus be okay with this?
It's just gonna go with it.
I mean, because it's just in name only. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what Ophelia would do. Because she's still like a freaked out child on the inside with people. And so I think she wouldn't want to marry a random dude, actually.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you did, like, there would be certain assumptions, right? About the way this all goes. But if you married Cyrillus, you could literally do whatever you want, and he would understand, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably that.
All right. Well, Sinia, say hello to your new witch queen and mummy king.
Pat is going to lose his mind. Oh, boy.
Cool. I mean, that gives me a cool things to think about for the next arc, and like what could be happening there. Let's just go ahead and abbreviate, and I can give you guys fate and stuff after the fact and whatnot. We'll just go ahead and, because I know you have some stuff you want to get to, Maria. And I'm very sick right now, so we'll just go ahead and wrap up here and call it for now. And when we return, we'll do stuff like a trait vote and other fun like transition things and upgrade the characters a little bit. So,
yay!
Cool stuff. That's been Death and the Madness. See you later. Long live the Queen.